Hey everybody, we are at the end of our week here in St. Petersburg. It's been great. We've had a lot of interesting adventures, met a lot of interesting people. But there's one in particular story I do want to share that I thought was particularly interesting. One of the nights, no, it was the first second night, we were coming down to the beach to watch the sunset, and as we're walking down here, we see this bench that I'm sitting on right now. There was nothing particularly special about this bench, but if you look at it, and again, I don't know from the video here if you can see what it says on the bench, on the plaque there, it says, "Mary's Happy Place, toes in the sand, headset on, watching the sunset, always your loving family." So we thought, well, it's kind of interesting. So we sat down on the bench and, we're watching the sunset. And, as I got to 8:29 or 8:30 or what time it was, I saw this lady actually sitting just right over here at this hotel. She rang a bell, and so immediately I thought, she's ringing the bell because the sunset. Okay, that's kind of cool. Well, anyways, I'm looking over there, and I see her, and I wave, and she waves back, and a couple minutes later, she comes down the steps and makes her way over to us, and we just began to chit chat a little bit. And what I found out is that there's a very interesting story behind this bench. The bench is called Mary's Happy Place. Well, Mary was her daughter who lived in New York, and she loved to come down here and visit her mother. Her mother's name was Carol, the lady. And when she would come down, of course, she would love watching the sunset from this spot right here. Well, Mary passed away, unfortunately. And so the mother, Carol, created this bench, or designed this bench here as kind of a memorial to her daughter. So and every night she rings a bell as the sun sets, and throughout the years various people from various states have been sitting on this bench, and occasionally she'll come on over and strike up a conversation. And she's met people from pretty much every state. And she has an album. She created an album. It's called Mary's Album. I can't remember the exact name. I think it's called Mary's Album or something like that, where she has a collection of all the people that she has met who have sat on this bench. So and she took a photo of us and actually saw us in the album. We're part of the album now. And there's just a bunch of people. She was like people from Iowa, and there's somebody from Texas, and we're from Ohio. And so she just has like our name and like the state that we're from, and she has this album that she's created and put together. I think it was just kind of struck me as a really, really neat thing. She did it as a memorial to her daughter, in memory of her life, and something that she loved to do. And I thought it was just kind of interesting too how we're a part of that album now, and so in some ways we kind of have a little bit of a connection there. And people from all across the United States, we don't know any of them and they don't know us, but we have a connection there. And I just think it was kind of a neat thing that she does. It's a nice bench. It's a perfect spot to view the sunset. And it's a great way to honor her daughter. So anyways, there it is. There's the plaque. It's called Mary's Happy Place on this bench. And so anyways, thought I would just share that story. Just one of the many interesting things that happened, and interesting people that we met on our journey. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.